Welcome to the Cluttered Corner. I'm Chelsea. Today's day 28 of Inktober. Forgot what I was going to say. Today's word is jumbo, which I don't know what that's supposed to be. I mean, it feels like they just kind of ran out of thoughts. I don't know. I don't know if I want to use this pen or not. I don't know what I'm going to draw today. Let's see. I mean, jumbo just makes you think of Dumbo, because his mom was like Mrs. Jumbo. Like, I don't know what kind of name that is. The movie is so sad. I mean, I guess it has a good ending, I think. Did they get reunited? I don't know. Don't remember. What are we gonna draw? A jumbo. I don't know. I'm not with it today. Struggling. Alright, let's see. Just start with some eyes and we'll just see where we go from there. But I guess we still have to, like, you know, make it be theme. Well, we don't have to, but, you know. So I guess I'm drawing Mrs. Jumbo. This is, well, she doesn't, this doesn't really look like Dumbo's mom. This lady looks more with it than Dumbo's mom. That movie, I love that movie, but also do I? Because, like, I haven't seen it in a long time, but, like, that pink elephants part when Dumbo and that mouse, Timothy, get drunk, like, that part freaks me out. I do not like surrealism in any way. It just really bothers me. I don't know. I just don't feel grounded, and then I don't feel good about it. I'm giving her some jewelry here. Like, I don't know. She's got, like, a special pendant here. Because, like, Dumbo grew up and became, like, a flying star, and they, like, you know, he bought her a nice house. They have a good life now. This is an earring. That's how it sticks on her ear, even though it's a bow. And, she's really proud. And all those other bitches who were, like, mean to him, they can just shut up, because what do they know? Their son can't fly. So, you know, she's really living it up. And she would have been proud of him no matter what. But it doesn't hurt that she gets to, like, you know, tell the other elephant ladies where to stick it, because, like, you know, this is just a little hat. A fancy little hat with, like, a feather, because she's a fancy lady now. This doesn't really look like a fancy lady's hat. This looks, I don't know what kind of hat that looks like, but I didn't have a lot of space. Maybe, I don't know. What would she wear? Trying to decide if I want to give her, like, full-on clothes. I mean, maybe. Let's go ahead and let's just do it. Okay. This is, like, I guess a sweater for elephants. An elephanter. It's gonna have collar like that, and I don't really know how to, like, draw the rest of it. I guess we'll just figure it out. Figure out a nice color. Is there any other way we can make her look fancy? I mean, I think her attitude says it all about, you know, what her life is. Let's draw, like, part of the circus back here. She's here as, maybe she owns the circus now. She owns the circus now, and she can do whatever she wants. No one can lock her up anymore. She's living her best life. A better life than everyone who was mean to her. And, let's see. I drew one circus tent. There might be more stuff back here, but I'm not sure what. I guess we could draw another Ferris wheel. I say another just because I drew one the other day, not because there was already one in this picture. There's not. Do you think she's at that same place? Probably not. This is a different circus. Wait, does circus have Ferris wheel? I guess it could. This looks not good. I didn't draw that right at all. I don't know what to do with that. I'm just trying. I don't know what. Try and smooth it out a bit, I guess. And I guess it would also have these things here. Sure. Just kind of put some stuff back there. And I made this smushy again. Again, it's not a round Ferris wheel. I don't get on a Ferris wheel that looks like this because something bad has happened to it, and I don't see how it could go around properly. You know, I'm just gonna put some stuff back here. Who knows? Who knows what that is? Doesn't matter. Okay, there she is. Mrs. Jumbo. She is having a good era of her life. I was gonna say like a second something, but I don't know what that would be. I don't know what we would call it. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie Dumbo. I remember being really obsessed with it. Just because I like animals, I guess. I like stories that are about animals. I had a little teddy bear that was probably about like this big that I named Timothy and would pretend was the mouse from Timothy. Oh, you know why I was obsessed with Dumbo? Not just because it is animals, but because he can fly. I was obsessed with the idea of like being able to fly, and especially the idea that like, I don't know, I guess that he needs that feather? Or that, I don't know. He doesn't need the feather. It's just about confidence. But yeah, I was obsessed with that as a kid. And I would like run and jump and try and fly. I never did anything dangerous. I was just convinced that like maybe someday I could. Again, an impossible thing that I was trying to do. Never got there, obviously. So, you know, I mean, I'm sure deep down I knew I wasn't going to, I know that I can't fly and I know it's not going to happen. And, I guess I'm over it now. I'm kind of over it because I don't think I would actually like, I don't know, at the time flying seemed like some sort of freedom and like a way to, I don't know, maybe, I guess have some kind of independence. I don't know. And like, as an adult, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I would like actually enjoy flying. It seems like the logistics of it are, it would be cold and lonely. And, I'm not really sure what kind of adventures I would have, what I would do. Like, I don't know. It doesn't, I guess it just doesn't sound as cool to me now. Because I don't know, like a lot of things that are fun as a kid, it just sounds uncomfortable as an adult. But I don't know. I mean, it would still be cool. I wouldn't like I don't know. I guess I mean, if someone was like, "Hey, do you want the superpower of like being able to fly?" I might be like, well, I mean, if you're not using it, I guess, you know, I'm not going to turn it down. Is that the one I would choose, though? Because now I think I would choose teleportation. And again, there's kind of that, like, I don't know, freedom, independence aspect of it, of like, oh, I can just travel wherever I want, instantly. I could do whatever I want. Like, I mean, not whatever I want, but, you know, there's a lot of things then that aren't getting in the way. No travel time, no travel expense. You know, you could just go wherever you wanted, whenever you wanted. I think. I'm not sure how this teleportation would work. And like, if you have to teleport in such a way where you never get caught teleporting and nobody ever sees you, that could be troublesome because where do you go, you know? And of course, I'm picturing teleporting like to the airport. You don't need to do that. You know, like if I was like, I'm going to England, I would teleport to the airport. And it's like, no, you would just teleport to whatever place you were trying to go. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, wait. Okay, she's got on an undershirt. I accidentally drew that the wrong way. But we'll just say she's wearing layers. She's wearing layers. Yeah, layers. This is a really nice gray. I'm really liking this gray. It's very diluted, but I like it. And I'm painting another layer over it, which may or may not be the right thing to do. But anyway, yeah, teleportation I think would be really cool because, I mean, I guess for all the reasons I just said, go wherever you want, whenever you want. I think if you had to, like, it could be stressful if you have to watch out for, like, getting noticed because you have to keep your power secret or, like, you know. But that could be true for a lot of powers. I'm not sure what you were supposed to do with flying. I mean, like, you don't want to get caught doing that either, right? Because then people might be like, wait, what? I think also there's just the aspect of it being, like, special and it being like, oh, I can do something that other people can't do, you know? And, like, I don't know. People underestimate you, but really, you can fly. They don't even know. So I think teleportation would be a fun superpower. And would make life a lot easier. Flying would still be cool, though. And, I don't know. I don't know if I feel like... I don't know if I want the responsibility of a superpower. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I'd turn one down, you know. But I do feel like, you know, it's a bit like saying you'll sit in the emergency spot at the plane where you're like, well, I might not have to do anything, but I might. And I don't know if I can take on that responsibility. I don't know if I can handle the responsibility of people not finding out I have a superpower, or like, do I just... If you can teleport, well, then do you feel obligated to help people who need to teleport? Who need to be teleported out of, like, dangerous situations? Or who are like, oh, if only I could get to my family for Christmas or whatever. And then you're like, oh, I could teleport them. I could save the day. But then they would know my secret, so I can't help them. But, you know, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't want to get into all that, all the politics of, like, if I had a superpower. I just want to say I could travel wherever I wanted. And I wouldn't have to climb any stairs. I'd just teleport to the top. I'd be like, I'm at the top. And then I wouldn't have to worry about, I don't know. Well, I guess, I don't know. If you fall, can you teleport? What color do you think your sweater is? I was thinking maybe a color I don't have. I don't know. Maybe pink for her little undershirt. But also I was thinking about making her pendant red. I think this color might be our best bet. Phthalo green. So let's try that one. And I'll put that here. It's not quite mint like I would like, but I think it's pretty close. Oh, there's some sparkles in there in the well. Who knows what these are? Oh, those look good. What a nice surprise. Sparkles in there. Anyway, let me know what superpower you would want, or if you would just be like, you know what? Can't handle responsibility. I don't want any part of it. And I write a superhero series. Well, kind of. I guess it's sort of a supervillain series. My Renegade X series is about the main character, Damien, is like, he thinks his mom's a villain, and he's raised by his mom. And then on his 16th birthday, he thinks he's going to get a V on his thumb like he would if is what's supposed to happen for villains. Or if you're a hero, you get an H. But he gets an X, and it turns out that he's half hero. And he ends up having to go live with his dad, who is like a really goody-goody hero type. And it's a fun series. But so Damien, like, I don't know if this is a spoiler. I don't think it's a spoiler. It's in like the description of the first book, but like he gets the ability to fly, which he does not want. Both because he's afraid of heights and because it's like known as like a hero power, because genetically in their world, like heroes get that power and villains don't. And so it's not that flying in general is like seen as heroic. It's just that like having this power is seen as like, well, only heroes have that as like a superpower. So he doesn't want anything to do with that. And I think that's funny because I spent so much of my childhood wishing I could fly or like trying to fly or, you know, and again, in non-dangerous ways, like just really lame ways of like just jumping like a foot in the air and hoping it sticks. But then, and maybe this is also a spoiler, but like in book 2, he also gets a lightning power. So he has 2 powers. Lightning is a villain power. And I am really afraid of electricity. So for him, the flying is a good power and the electricity power is... Oh no, the flying is a bad power, electricity is good. For me, I think, I don't know, I spent so much time trying to fly. So flying would have been my choice. And it's not necessarily like electricity in general, that I'm not just like... It kind of is, but specifically static electricity, hate it. It hurts so bad when you touch something and it does that. And I know other people say it doesn't. So I don't know if that's just something weird for me that is causing that or what. Like, so if that resonates with you and you're like, yes, it hurts so bad. Oh my God, I can't believe I finally found someone who agrees. Please let me know, because I'm the only person that I know that hates it, and I have such a hard time. Like, I'm sure I look like a germaphobe out in public because I have trouble touching doorknobs, but it's not the germs. I mean, I don't like love germs or anything, but like it's not that. It's the fear of it like zapping me, and it's really hard to go to like a jewelry store. Not like I need to go to a jewelry store all the time, but you know. Oh, jewelry stores really scare me because they have those glass cases with the metal, and then the floors are always carpeted, and you just build up so much static, and you can't not get zapped. My scalp is feeling weird just talking about it. I can't even talk about it. So, you know, that's me. So yeah, I think it's funny then that in that, well, not just that book, because that's over several books, but like the series, that sort of gave him like the opposite of how I feel in real life. Though I'm sure if I had a lightning power, I wouldn't have to worry so much about static electricity because it wouldn't hurt the same way. This was the wrong brush to use for this. I'm not sure what power I would want from the ones that people have in my book. I mean, lightning is probably a pretty good one. I feel like, well, especially if nobody else has powers, but like, even if they do, I feel like lightning's pretty good because you can kind of, I don't know, you feel safe that you've got this power that you could, I don't know, protect yourself with, or not get staticked because you have extra immunity to lightning. I mean, he's not like, if you've read book 2, like he's not immune to electricity or anything, but he can like absorb it with his power somewhat. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but you know, so I feel that if I had that power all of a sudden, I would not feel, well, I would have to turn on the power when static is getting me, and I might not have enough time. But I guess I could turn it on before I touch a doorknob, and then just hope no one was touching the other side of the doorknob at the same time. Because that could go bad. I'm mixing a little purple into this to put in this bow because I want the bow to be a different color than the ear, than the pink part of the ear. Yeah, there. That's not so bad. I'm not sure what color to make her hat because it's a weird hat that does not really go with her outfit in any way. But I think she's pulling it off. Like, with this attitude on her face, she's pulling off everything. Like, anything she wants, she's doing it. And good luck to you if you have a problem with that. And I pictured this being a red jewel. I actually kind of pictured it being like that one in The Secret of Nim. Like, I was so... I don't know if obsessed is right. I mean, kind of obsessed with that movie as a kid, but I didn't get to watch it as part of the thing. Because it was only on, like, Showtime or something, and we didn't have that at, like, the age when I wanted to be watching this. And so it was something that I would, like, catch bits of at, like, other people's houses. You know, and it was, like, I never actually got to, like, just sit down and, like, watch the movie. I've seen it now. It's pretty good. But, at the time, it was, like, this elusive movie that I just really wanted to see. And really wanted to get to see just, like, you know, all the way through. Not, like, a random 10 or 20 minutes here and there. Spread out over years, you know. I don't know if this is the right gold for this. Probably this one. So, yeah, and I remember I read the book at some point. I didn't know there was a book at first. But I did read the book. And that one is Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. But in the movie, they changed her name to Mrs. Brisby. I'm not sure why she was ever called Frisbee. Like, that seems like a weird choice. I don't know if Frisbees hadn't been invented yet. That can't be true. Is Frisbee named after someone named Frisbee? Like, is that where that came from? I have no idea. I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to speculate that, I don't know. I don't know why they went that route. But I can see why they changed it for the movie. But it does cause some confusion. And it's a good movie. I like all those old Don Bluth movies. All Dogs Go to Heaven. That one really holds up. I like that one. And American Tail. I actually haven't seen that one in a long time. I think it holds up. The second one. Have you seen the second one? Five Goes West? When his sister, like, works in that, I guess it's not a brothel, but you know what? As a kid, I perceived it as one. Even though I didn't necessarily, like, know what that was, I definitely perceived it as, like, her being a prostitute. I mean, just because, like, when you're a kid, you don't necessarily know what all the things mean. Anyway, if they said what they were, and so you're used to, like, adult things just presenting stuff, you know. So if there's a saloon and there's a lady and everybody wants to see the lady and, like, singing and whatever, and she's wearing those, like, I don't know, the kind of dresses that they wear, like, in Old West stuff with, like, the big petticoats and stuff, and, you know, and it all just kind of reads as, like, oh, yeah, this is that kind of place. Which doesn't make sense because realistically, if that's what that place was, there wouldn't be one girl there. They'd have more than one. But that's just good business. But yeah, and I'm like, I'm really curious to watch that one as an adult and be like, what was going on there? Oh no, this was a bad choice. Oh no. Oh, what a horrible color for that hat. Oh no. I gotta switch that out. I don't know why I kept painting it. I guess just so it'll be even. Let's see if we can scrub that away. Oh, that's a little bit better. I mean, it's not gone, but I'm going to try and paint over it. But yeah, that Five Goes West movie, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in that. What were they thinking? Or maybe I'll watch it as an adult and I'll be like, oh, that's fine. That wasn't anything. I don't think so, though. I think it's maybe a bit weird. Because I think the owner of this, like, saloon was definitely, like, into her. Or, like, trying to get her to sing. I don't know. I don't remember. And I know I saw something, I saw somebody mention it, or I saw something talk about it on YouTube or something, like, just briefly mention it once, like, within the last few years, and I was like, yes, oh my God. Like, that did happen. So, I don't think I'm the only one, but I'm not sure what I would think of it as an adult. But, you know, I think part of what I liked about those Don Bluth movies as a kid was that they were kind of adult, you know? And, like, All Dogs Go to Heaven, I mean, it's a kid's movie, but at the same time, like, there's a lot of stuff in it that's more adult, I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, the character. Oh, well, I mean, obviously the characters, most of them are adults because the dogs are adults. And, like, Charlie is, like, you know, got kind of like a sinful life where, I don't remember what he does. He does gambling? Or they fix gambling? I don't remember, you know. But like, they've got some vices for sure. And, you know, but I mean, it's just a good story. But then I think the things that like Anne-Marie, the little girl, like that she's like trying to get, like, you know, a family and love and whatever, and, you know, like, those things, I mean, all those things, they resonate with anybody, I would think. I don't know. I feel like the things in those movies, like, even the more adult stuff, I still feel like resonates, like, as a kid, but I don't know. But also it kind of makes it fun, because it's like, well, I don't know, it's these adult characters with, like, adult problems, but you still get it. I'm trying to think. I was going to say something about her. Oh, because she can talk to animals. And that's also a big thing, obviously. Anything where people can talk to animals. Except Dr. Dolittle, that was boring. I did watch that one a bunch of times, I think. I mean, just because it was on. But it's also kind of slow and boring, and I didn't love it like I wanted to, even though it is about someone who could talk to animals. And I'm talking about the, like, really old version with Rex Harrison. I haven't seen the newer version with Eddie Murphy. I can't imagine that one's boring, but I can't vouch for it either because I haven't seen it. So, the old one, though, I remember there was the Push Me, Pull Me, which was like a two-headed llama or something. I mean, like, there was, well, like a cat-dog situation, but it's llamas on both ends. And don't think too hard about it. And then there was a big moth or a big snail, or a big moth and a big snail. I don't remember. And I think they went to find, like, the city of Atlantis. I don't know. Like, does any of this make any sense? Probably not. I mean, they don't have to make sense, I guess, but, like, you know, I think of circus tents as just being yellow, but I don't think that's right, because now that I've painted it just yellow, it doesn't look right. But I've spent a lot of time on this elephant, and I kind of just want to get the background done, without ruining her. Colors the ground. I guess just grass green. And put some green here, and there's some dark color in there. Just gonna mix that up. See what that looks like. I mean, it's probably not grass. I feel like when you go to, like, a fairground, it's usually, like, dirt. And if there's grass, it's usually muddy, and then you're like, ugh. So, but I don't want it to just be brown, and I think this can work. Because it's like, I don't want the green to take away from, like, what she, you know, the green she's wearing, and I don't want, if I just did, like, asphalt or something, then it's probably gonna, like, take away from, like, the gray of her face and stuff, so I don't want to muddle anything. I want everything to stand out, and I feel like the last few paintings I've done have all had something that ended up, well, only a couple paintings, but they've had a few things that ended up blending into the background in a way that I didn't want. I don't think they're so bad, but like, you know, it's not going to happen today. Not on my watch. It might, but let's hope not. I think this is fine. I think this is looking okay. I think this is a good green. It is neither gray nor mint green. It is sort of a darkish green. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Could use a bit more here. So I found a piece of, like, so I had one short piece of paper, this, to finish out the month. But I did find one that I did, like, part of, like, a tutorial on. But I think I could put that on the back of that one. And that'll work out. Because I looked in my binder, and the way that it is, like, if I did it on the last day, it's not gonna work out right, and, you know. So I think I'll use that one. But then someday I'm going to be like, where's that piece of paper I had that had the part of that face on it? And I'll be like, I don't know. I can't find it anywhere. And it'll be because it's in my binder, like, hidden behind a picture. But that probably won't happen. And maybe I'll remember that I did that. I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm documenting it here. So maybe someday in the future I'm watching this video going, oh, is that where I put that? But, I mean, it's probably fine. I don't think I need it. It was just a little practicing. But that'll be easier to put on the back of because I didn't use that much of it, like, so it didn't warp or anything. And like I said, the way that the numbers of the thing are going to work out, the day that would be Halloween is not going to be, like, in its own pocket. It would be behind a different thing, and, you know, it's just not going to work out. So I got to do something different. But I think I can use that, and that'll be fine. I'll put, not that green. I'll put some of this green. Try and maybe make some trees or something back here. Just to, like, I don't know, fill it out. Because I'm not sure what would be back there. It's been a while since I went to a carnival or a fair or anything like that. We have a fair here every year called the Puyallup Fair. Or it's not called that anymore. I think maybe now it's the Washington State Fair. I don't know. But it's still the Puyallup Fair. It's still on the same fairgrounds. I'm never going to not call it that. I hate when they change the names of things and they want you to call them something else. And it's like, everyone's still calling it that. Like, nobody doesn't know what you mean when you call it that. So, you know. And there's these things there. Everybody's all into, like, the scones. Have you ever had a scone? It is the most disappointing pastry in the world. Like, except when I had it in an airport when I was starving once. That was a good scone. But in general, and that was probably because I was super hungry. But scones suck. And the scones, like, the Puyallup Fair is known for these, like, scones. And you have to wait in line for, like, I've never waited in line for one because I don't want any. But, like, let's say, like, at least half an hour. Probably longer. And, it's not good. I know people love them. But a scone is just, it's too much dough with, like, some jam in it. And I just don't care. I just don't get it. And if you love scones, that's great. I'm not against other people liking scones. I'm not going to start some anti-scone organization, but, like, or movement. I don't know. I just don't get it. And, like, my dad loves those scones. My mom said, like, when she first moved up here, and they were both from California, but he had lived here before she did, and he was, like, all excited about these scones. Like, I think he'd had them, and he liked them. And so then they had to wait in line and get these scones, and she was just like, eh. And yeah, I feel like scones are dumb. I don't know. So, I mean, if you've heard all the hype about scones, don't worry about it. You're not missing out on anything. Like, I promise. Don't wait in line for an hour to get a scone. It's not worth it. And yes, I am saying that not having actually had these scones, but I have had scones before. I have made scones. You can get, I think, like a mix now of like the fair scones. I don't know how that compares, but like a scone, it's just. And another thing I don't like is elephant ears. Now, those aren't, I don't know any famous elephant ears, but except Dumbo's, ha ha ha. But like, the elephant ears, people are always like, oh, elephant ears are so good. Elephant ears, it's a flat thing of dough with some cinnamon on it. It's disgusting. Like, not all pastries are good, okay? And this is coming from me, someone who, like, loves desserts way too much. Not all pastries are good. A lot of them suck. If it's mostly dough, it's probably gross. If it's mostly dough, it's gotta go. That's my new slogan. And if it's mostly flavored with cinnamon, it's probably gross. I mean, cinnamon can be good, but like, it can't be the selling point. If it's the selling point, it's probably not a good pastry. And I'm taking that stance. I'm standing up for I don't know who, but myself, I guess, and my feelings about pastry. Anyway, I'm going to end this on that rant note. This is Mrs. Jumbo in later life, after Dumbo has become a star, made them rich. She never has to put up with anybody's crap anymore. She owns this circus. Maybe she doesn't actually own it, but she could own it. And if you say anything wrong to her, she will have this circus shut down so fast, you won't even know. So she goes where she wants. She does what she wants. She doesn't need to teleport because she can just go. So that's her. That's her life. She is... Everyone's got their comeuppance just by her living her best life so hard, you know? Anyway, that's it for today. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time on The Cluttered Corner.